Mr. Blair, how does it feel like to be back on the campaign trail?
That's good. I've really enjoyed, especially this morning, talking to some of the business people running businesses in this part of the world, and they're such in kind of get up and go good people, and but they've got a lot of problems at the moment with the banks and trying to make sure that they keep their businesses afloat in what is still a very fragile economic situation.
And now Labour are still down in the polls. How optimistic are you that they can bounce back from it over the next couple of days?
Look, the one thing that you realise about a situation like this is the polls are bouncing around, everywhere. So there's all to play for, and the most important thing is we refocus people back on the economy and on the policies. I've actually been campaigning particularly for people, who I work with in government, people like Phil Willis, who are fantastic. Not just fantastic local MPs, but have been great ministers, great parts of the government. So I'm delighted to come here and support Phil. And obviously, of course, we need every vote to come out. I'm never surprised when you get into a situation, especially when you've been in power for a long time, and the polls are, as I say, I think have been rather unusual for any election that I can remember. But I still think that when it comes to polling day and people really reflect on who should be the government of the country, they'll realise this is not about a passing move, about this or that. It's about the serious decision making that has to be undertaken in the interest of the country for the future. I think the single thing I'd say to people tempted to vote Lib Dem is go and look at their policies. If you go and look at their policies and then come back and say, oh, that's good, fine, go vote for them. But I suspect you won't. And actually their policies on the economy are bad. Their policies on public services would put us back. The policies on things like, an amnesty for illegal immigrants is just a foolish policy. It actually wouldn't help either race relations or dealing with the issues to do with immigration, which are real and which have to be dealt with. So, I think when you look at their policies, you're not likely to vote for them. And in the end, the absolutely key thing is to realise that that's what it's about. It's about decision making, about policy. It's not about, do you like the way someone looks or talks?
But doesn't it just make sense, though, for Labour supporters to vote tactically if they're in a marginal seat? Doesn't that keep the Tories on?
But you never know, do you? The trouble with voting tactically, you should vote for what you believe in. Basically, that's my view about politics, because you can't sit there and guess which way things are going to go. But what you can do is decide which party's policies are best for the country. And the difficulty I have with the Lib Dems is very simple. When you look at their policies, they're not good policies. They're not sensible policies. Look, you even take a policy like getting rid of nuclear power, okay, which is popular with some. That's why they do it. Some people like that. Some people say that's a popular thing to do. The fact is, you'll blow a huge, great gaping hole in your electricity generation for the years to come. Right? So it's not a sensible policy. So before you're tempted to vote for them, go and have a look at it and see if you agree with it. And if you do agree with it, vote for it. But don't vote for it simply on the basis that, well, that sounds an interesting thing to do.
Mr. Cameron thinks it's the her to Blair. Is that right?
Actually, the Labour Party that I was leader of and the Labour government that I was part of, I am proud to support that party and this government. And that's what I want people to do.
Thanks very much.